They constantly bringing my name up. My son be thinking I'm famous. Food on your table and bread in your pot. When you talk about me, better know that I got it. Don't need your opinion, I just made a deposit. My money ain't dirty, I ain't gotta wash.
Alright, what's good, world? It's Coach Anthony Willis here with Ball So Hard, and I'm here with my guy Jeffrey Day, the founder and CEO of Ball So Hard. We're here today to talk to you about something that we both have been discussing over this last year since I've been working with him, just thinking about different ways how we can improve the level of competition and rankings in the city of Houston, and then hopefully it would translate in Texas and so on and so on. I know in some levels already, I think on the national level, they're kind of doing it this way, but we wanted to bring this to Houston because I felt once I got into the rankings and, the scouting game with Jeffrey, I was just, always discussing with you about, what can we do to kind of help people not so get caught up into the numbers game or the rankings, 1 through 10, this and that, and more about the quality of the basketball players and how the game translates to the next level, to the college level. So, Jeffrey, you can speak on it, kind of with your thoughts as well.
Well, first of all, I love the idea of what it is that we're about to present to you guys. I'm really thankful for Coach Ant Willis, joining the team, man. He's been really innovative, a lot of new ideas. We got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. We won't leak everything just yet, but just know that it's a lot of stuff on the table that's coming. But right now, we're going to jump into this, man. I'm really excited about it. Kind of moving away from the whole rankings. We'll still have the rankings for college coaches because they kind of like the number system. But we're going to put the rankings in the power of your hands, the people. We'll let you guys do the rankings,
Which would be very interesting.
Right, and so we'll stick to the projections and levels. And so, we just would like to present to you the Ball So Hard levels. So each level has different variances, so different colors, and each color means a different thing. And so, you have your dark green, that's for, your high major prospects. Then after that, you have your light green, that's where you're in between. So they may have some high major tendencies, or they may even have some high major offers, but then, they kind of fit mid-major, they kind of fit that mid-major scale, man. Go ahead and talk about the mid-major colors.
The next color is yellow, which is the mid-major level for guys who have maybe mid-major offers, their talent, we feel their potential, their game translate to mid-major level schools at the next level of college 4-year. Then after that, we have gold, which are guys between mid-major and low major. Again, kind of what GJ said, you may have a guy on that cuff who's been getting a lot of low major offers, but we feel his potential really could be at the mid-major level if he just elevates his game, on certain playing fields. One thing I always say is, like, for instance, a guy who's like a combo guard, where as a combo guard, he's a low major, because in some situations for him, the reason why he may be a low major combo guard is because maybe it's height, size, things like that. But we always know, and most of the time those guys are those guys who's like 6'3", 6'2", 6'4". But me knowing, like, if that kid could be like a point guard, that could raise him,
it could,
to a mid-major. Even another guy who's below low major, which is our next one. The next color is orange. Low majors, D2s, and JUCO D1s. I think a lot of the time those guys, again, depending on your size and position that you're playing, tweeners, small forwards, power forward guys who, the stretch forward, which is new tradition, where guys who want to be threes and play on the perimeter and things like that. When I grew up, it was the trail man. The guy who played the four. You played 4 out, 1 in motion. I was a guy growing up, I played the trail man, in my system at A. Taylor with Coach Dunford, because that guy was always like an athletic guard who's a little bit bigger, things like that, could play multiple positions and things like that. Now it's the stretch forward guy, who wants to pick and pop, wants to play on perimeter, shoot, but still kind of have some mid-post game and things like that. So again, like I said, after the yellow mid-major is the gold, which is between mid-major, low major, and then we got orange, which is low major, D2, and JUCO D1s.
And And then after that, we have the burnt orange, which is the guys who are kind of in between like your D2 levels and like your NAIAs or even your NCAA D3 levels. So that's what our burnt orange color is for. Then after that, we have the red. The red is for your NAIAs, for your NCAA D3s, and for your JUCOs, D2 and D3 type players. And there's nothing wrong with any of these levels.
Nothing.
It's all about being able to play basketball at the next level. And so that's all it is. And so that's why we're just moving away from the numbers games. We'll let you guys have that. You guys can even rank within the levels if you choose to. But best believe we will have, kind of a rankings coming out within the levels itself, but still without numbers, because we're going to leave that up to you guys, man.
And for sure, we're going to have positions. I like doing the position rankings. There's different guys who point guards, combo guard, wings, again, your stretch fours and posts. I think for us in Houston, sometimes when we get past that kind of like stretch forward, we don't got that many post players. A lot of these guys here in Houston, besides Big Adam Stewart, who just left, and like Charles and things like that, those guys who are like 6'10", 6'11", and then big boy from Premier Academy, 7 foot of Doc, those are bigs.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys who are like 6'8", 6'7", those guys could be stretch fours, and depending on what level they play on, they can be post. But the biggest thing for me why I did bring this to G-Day, and once we discussed and had a lot of dialogue over it, and kind of agreed that it was, something we should do, is because, again, I think what I wanted to do coming into this game that's already been going on for years, decades going on, is to help kids feel more positive about just playing at the next level.
That's it.
I think the biggest thing is this narrative that we kind of created about the Power 5 D1s and being an All-American and things like that, not realizing that there's D1, D2, JUCO, NAIA, D3, and there's levels in between all those different ones that if you still want to play professional, you can. But the truthful thing is getting a free education, having the opportunity to continue to, play and use the skills and the gifts that God bless you with to play the game, and I think this will help kids fall back in love with the game and not so much worry about where I'm ranked at. When I'm trying to, more than that, man, I'm trying to get to the next level. I'm trying to play college basketball. Right. Whichever level that is, that's where I want to play. So it's really just about where the market value has you, rank that more than anything. And you can always improve your market value. I think if you look at it from that way and not so much of the numbers games, and just, I'm trying to prove myself. I'm in the race against myself.
Right.
I'm not worried about the next man so much as I'm worried about improving. I think this would really, really change the game and help a lot of kids and coaches notice more kids too.
That's true.
I think that's another thing that we talk about, just helping more coaches see the kids, especially here in Houston, because we got so much talent at all different levels. And I think sometimes kids need to understand that every level, there's something there for you, So I'm very, looking forward to y'all seeing what we have and the different things and how we get the kids and just your opinions. We know once you drop it on Twitter, a lot of opinions. So
we want your opinions, man. Negative, positive, we don't care. That doesn't matter to us, doesn't bother us. Like, this is opinion based business is what it is.
Correct.
But know that even with these opinions, that we've been pretty accurate over here at Boston Hard about levels and where kids fall.
Facts.
Even with the number games. And so, it's all about relationship with coaches. And when Ant brought me this whole idea, I read about some coaches. They said they would love to see it. So that's what we're doing. That's what happens when you gain respect of coaches. When they respect what you do, your craft, and all the effort that you put in towards it, man, good things come to those. And so we're just here to bring it to you and allow you guys to decide who's ranked where.
Facts.
We out. Ball so hard, man.
Peace. Have a blessed day.